What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be back on my favorite website, stake.us. And if you're new to this channel and new to my videos, welcome. And I want to tell you guys what I do is I make awesome gambling strategies on stake.us, and I show you guys fun ways to have some fun and be smart and how to actually make profits and take your profits. I have a rule on all my videos where try to take 20% profit if possible. If not, don't try to push it. Don't chase your losses, even though I have done it a few in some videos, but I don't ever recommend it. And I try to teach responsible and smart online wagering to help entertain you and as well as make you some extra profit. Let's jump into stake and I'll show you guys what we're going to be doing. Before we start this video, if you're new to stake and want to try these strategies, go ahead and hit on settings, offers, and for the welcome offer, put in the code FAST. This will instantly activate monthly and weekly rewards as well as enter you into Stake's VIP program and get you a bonus of $25 stake cash with 250,000 gold coins. After you verify your email, you can claim your bonus. Now let's jump back into the video. All right, we're going to be on stake and we're going to be on my favorite game, of course, Keno. You guys that been watching these videos know I love Keno. It's my favorite game. We're going to do 10 numbers. You're going to pick 10 numbers and you're going to do risk high. And this is going to be a manual strategy just because I don't really think there's a way to make this an automated strategy. And the goal in today's video is basically just to make 20% of our balance. And if we do it like that, 20%, it means we need to get our balance to $300. And if we do that, that's a great profit. Like I said, that's what I teach and try to be strategic on how to collect your profits. Basically, we need to go from 250 to 300. And if it's going to be going a little bit rough and we, for some reason, can't make our 20%, we're just going to cut it there and we'll come back another day and possibly get there. So like I said, you have to always be responsible, always take your profits, don't get greedy, don't get carried away. This strategy has a lot of different elements to it. So I'm going to kind of go step by step and try to explain the best I can. For this balance of 250, we're going to be using a base wager of 5 cents, but you guys can determine that on your own based on how the game is performing. I like using 5 cents with the balance of 250, between 250 and 500. 250 is a little bit more risky. With 5 cents, you kind of want to have a divider of 10,000. Meaning, if you started with a $100 balance, you should be using 1 cent, but we're going to do it a little bit riskier. And I like to use these low balances just to show you guys how real it is, because I used to make videos, where I bet a little bit higher and play a little higher wagers and higher balances, and I think that's not realistic for a lot of people and seems unattainable. So this is kind of a way to show you guys that you don't need a crazy balance and you don't need a lot of money to make this happen. Let's just jump into it. All right, so we're gonna start with 5 cents, 10 squares, risk high, and the strategy goes something like this. Basically, I'm gonna set it to instant play just because it goes a little bit faster. Hopefully our graph is not gonna be glitching. This is how it goes. Right now we're gonna continue start and we're gonna flat bet our base wager, which our base wager in this case is gonna be 5 cents. And as long as we stay in profit on our graph, we're going to continue betting this amount until we get a win that is not at an all-time high balance. So let me show you how that works. So, okay, our current high point is 30 cents. We're going to keep it there. And we're just going to keep flat betting this bet of 5 cents. All right, so we just got another win. But as you guys can see, our highest point was 30 cents and we're only at 8 cents net gain. So what you want to do here is you want to increase by 100%. So now that brings our wager to 10 cents and we're going to wager 10 cents 4 times. So we're going to track these rounds now where every 4 times it'll make sense. So now we're going to 4 times 1. All right. So we got a win. We're going to go back down to 5 cents and we're going to repeat step 1, which is just flat bet 5 cents until we get to our high point. So our high point was 78 cents. Now we're at 80 cents. So we're going to continue since this is our high point, all-time high of our balance. We're just going to keep it there. All right, we got another win. We're at 88 cents, so we're still at all-time high. Now we're at $1. And we're going to keep betting, flat betting our bet, which is $1.08. Just kind of keep a mental note or just refer to your balance if your graph is not working, because sometimes it doesn't work. So I want to let you guys know that so you don't get distracted. But yeah, or just use your balance as a reference point of what your high point of your balance is. So currently we're at 115 on our graph as profit. And so we just keep the bet the same at 5 cents and we keep going until we're not. All right, so now obviously we got a win, but we are not at our high point. So what we want to do is we want to increase by 100%, which brings us to 10 cents. And we're going to track these rounds. That's 2, 3, 4. All right, as you guys can see, we just did 4 rounds and they were all losses. So in this case, since they were all 4 losses, we're going to actually decrease back to 5 cents, our base wager. And now we're going to continue doing this until we get a win. Okay, we got a win. We're going to increase by 100% again, and we're gonna do track 4 rounds. 1, 2, all right, we got a win, as you guys can see, within those 4 rounds, but we are still not an all-time high balance, so we're gonna increase again to 20 cents, and we're gonna do the same thing. 1, and now we are at a profit. We'll go back to 5 cents, and we're gonna keep going. 1, 2, 3, all right, and our balance was 220, now it's 223 as the net gain, $2.23 net gain, which means we're still at an all-time high, so we're just gonna keep wagering this 5 cent amount. All right, now we got a win, but we're not at our all-time high. We're at 223 is what we're supposed to be at, and we're at 220. So in this case, we're gonna increase to 10 cents, and we're gonna do track these next 4 rounds. 1, 2, all right, we got a win, and we are currently back at the highest point, which is 235. And I'm using this number for reference. When I say 235, this is what I'm looking at. At any point, if I notice the graph is glitching, then we'll start referring to this balance, okay? All right, so we're at 235 as a net gain, and we're gonna continue now wagering 5 cents. 243 as our high point now, and just continue wagering 5 cents until we are not at our high point. So 243 was our high point. We just got a win. We are not at a high point, so we're gonna increase to 10 cents, and we're gonna track these next 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, as you guys can see, those 4 rounds were not a win, which means we decreased back to 5 cents, and now we're just gonna flat bet this amount until we get a win again. All right, and we just got a win, but obviously we are not at our high point, so we're gonna increase to 10 cents, and we're gonna track these next 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a win, so we go back to 5 cents, and we do the same thing. All right, we got a win. 1, 2, 3. All right, as you guys can see, we just got a win again, and it was not a winning round. We have to be at 243, we're at 185. So we're gonna increase again and track these next 4 rounds as well. 1, 2, 3. All right, and we got a win, but we're not at our high point once again. So we're gonna increase again and track these next 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, as you guys can see, we just did 4 rounds at 40 cents, and that did not work out for us. We did not make profit. We did not get to our highest point. So what we're gonna do is we're only gonna decrease our balance by, our wager by 50%. So now our wager is 20 cents, and we're gonna track these 4 rounds again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we did get a win on the last one. So now we're gonna increase to 40 cents once again and track these 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and now those 4 were also losses. So we're gonna go back to 20 cents and track these 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, and that was a win. Unfortunately, still not an all-time high balance. So we're gonna increase again to 40 cents, and we're gonna track these. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was a win. And so now we're gonna track the next 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3. All right, and now we are at our highest point of the balance of 385. So now we go back to 5 cents, and we repeat the steps all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, we're not tracking these. All right, so we're not at our all-time high, so we're gonna increase 1. All right, now we are at our all-time high of 448. So we're gonna go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 468, our highest point of the balance now. So we continue on this bet amount. 470, that is our highest point currently. So we're gonna continue on this bet amount. And now we are at 468, which is not our high point. So that means we increase to 10 cents. 4. That's 4 losses in a row. So that means we go back to 5 cents. And we stop counting and just wait till we get a win. All right, we got a win. We need to be at 470. We're not at 470 profit, so we increase and we start tracking these 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3. All right, we just got a win once again, but it is still not to our all-time high balance of 470. So we're gonna increase again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just did 4 more wins tracking them, and they were all losses. So we're gonna go back to 10 cents and track these 4. 1. All right, we got a win. So now we're gonna increase 1, and we got a win again. So we're at 630 profit. We go back to 5 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just counting because it's a habit, but you don't need to count on the very first wager. You do not need to count your rounds. You only count them after you get a win, and if it's not a profit. So we were at 625 or 630 highest point. We're at 603, obviously not at an all-time high balance. So now we're going to increase and track these 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got a win, but not an all-time high. As long as we get a win within those 4 rounds, we're going to increase again. 1, 2, and we got a win again, and this time we are at an all-time high of 718. So now we go back to 5 cents and do it all over again. 1, 2. You don't need to count these rounds. I just do it because it's a habit. But again, now we're at 710. We need to be at 718, so we're going to increase 1, 2. And now we're at 770, so we go back to 5 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got a win, and we were not at our highest point, so we're going to increase 2, 3, 4. And now we go back to 5 cents. We're at 788, which is our high point, which means we keep our base wager at 5 cents and we keep going. 788 was our high point. 790 is our high point now, and we just keep doing this. 793 is our high point now, and we just keep doing this until we get a win and it's not all-time high. So 790 was our high point. We just got a win, but we are currently not at our high point, so we're going to increase by 100%, and we're going to go track the next 4 rounds. 1. All right. 790 was our high point. Now it's 795, which means we go back to 5 cents and continue on. Okay, we just got a win, but it's not our high point, so we're going to increase. Now that was all 4 losses, so we go back to 5 cents till we get a win. Okay, we just got a win, but obviously not at our high point, so we're going to increase again and count these next 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a win, but not at our high point, so we increase again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a win again. We didn't get any wins, so we go back once. So we decrease our balance by 50% one time. So we're back at 10 cents, and we track these next 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was not a win again, so we're back to base bet of 5 cents. So this time what we're going to do, we're just going to keep going until we get a first win, and then we start increasing. So let's keep going. We got a win, obviously not at our high point, so we go to 10 cents. 2, 3, 4. And those 4 were all losses, which means we go back to base bet and wait for the win. Okay, got a win. Now we go to 10 cents and track these next 4. 1. All right, we got a win, so we increase again. 1, 2. Got a win, but still not an all-time high, so we increase again. 4. Got a win, and now we increase again and keep tracking. Got a win, and still not all-time high, so now we're at $1.60. Usually when it gets to like anything over $1, I like to slow it down so I can track a little bit better, make sure I don't make any mistakes. So now we're at $1.60, and what you want to do is track these next 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those all turned out to be losses, and in that case, we just decrease our balance, our wager by 50%. So we're back at 80 cents, and we're going to track these next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those were also all losses, so we go back to 40 cents, and we track those. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So as you guys can see, we just got that win. And in this case, what you want to do is increase by 100% again. Okay, we got a win again, and we increase again. 1. And we got a win again, and we increase again. 2, 3, 4. We got a win again, so we increase again. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, as you guys can see, those 4 were all losses, so we go back one time to 320 as our wager, and we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those were also 4 losses, so we go back to $1.60. Okay, we got a win, so we increase by 100%. 1, 2, 3. Okay, those were all losses, so we go back to $1.60. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was a win, so we increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go back to $1.60. 1. This is where it could get a little scary, but you just got to stick it through. If you divide by 10,000, you should be safe. We did use a little bit smaller balance than I would have liked to, but it's okay. we're just gonna keep going for it, and hopefully it works out for us. All right, so we're $1.60. We do it one more time. All right, that was a loss, so now we're at 80 cents. 1, 2, 3. Am I counting this correctly? Yep, that's 4. So now we go to 40 cents. 2. All right, we got a win. We increase. 1, 2. Okay, we got a win, so we increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease. 1. Okay, increase. 1, 2. Okay, we got a win, so we increase. 1, 2. Okay, and we increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease. Increase. 1, 2. Decrease. Oh, we were supposed to increase actually. 1, 3, 4. Decrease. 1. Increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those were all losses, so decrease. 1. Win. Increase. 1, 2. Increase. And now this is where it gets a little bit scary, guys, because technically after these next 4 rounds, if we do not get a win, we could be totally screwed. So what I like to do is, if you just scroll down where it says my games right here, I like to reference and kind of just get a visual on where we are on wins and losses and kind of see where I'm at before I make any crazy decisions. In theory, if I had this divided correctly and I had an additional 250, so a total of 500 when I started with the 5 cent, I would have been fine. But because I did start with a much lesser balance, I'm actually going to play a little bit different here just to be a little bit safe. But in theory, you want to be going increasing again right now because we did get that win. But I'm going to actually decrease just because, like I said, I didn't start with the appropriate balance. But yeah, it's okay. We'll just start from 640 now and see what happens. So let's keep going. All right. See, we should have stayed increasing, but it's okay. So now we're going to increase again. 1, 2. All right. As you guys can see, we got a win again, but it is 1280. Technically, I should increase again right now, but because it is an 8x win, you know, you have to be mindful. Like I said, I'll do this strategy again in another video with an appropriate balance. I should have started with a wager of like 2 cents, 2.5 cents, but because I started with 5 cents, there was that chance that this could happen. I just, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen, and I thought, well, maybe it won't happen, and so it did happen. The big drop happened, but I think we'll come back to this strategy, but I hope you guys get the concept of it. All right, so now I'm gonna actually just decrease to 640 just to be safe. 2, 3, 4. All right, so now we're gonna decrease to 320. So that was a good call, decreasing instead of increasing. But if we had a higher balance, it would have been much better. Okay, so now we're at 320. All right, we got a win. We increase. 1, 2, 3. Now we decrease. 1, 2. Win. Increase. 1, 2, 3. Increase. Alrighty, and now we're gonna decrease because I'm capping our max bet at 1280. So 1280, we're gonna decrease instead of increase, and we're just gonna go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4. Increase. Oh, sorry, increase. That was supposed to be a decrease. I'm sorry. 2, 3, 4. Decrease. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if we played the correct amount and increased when we were supposed to, we actually would have been in a huge profit by now if we just had appropriate balance. Unfortunately, we didn't, so I tried to play it safe, but it's okay. I'm going to show you guys that I'll recover out of this right now, and then I think we'll come back to this strategy with a bigger balance in another video, maybe the next video, so stay tuned for that. So we're going to decrease again. All right, we got a win. We're going to increase. 2, 3. We got a win, so we increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 losses, so we decrease, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a win, so we increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease. 1, 2. Increase. 1, 2. Increase. 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 And so we should be increasing again right now, but I'm too chicken and I like to play things safe. Like I said, I like to show you guys how to be smart and safe with it. We would have actually got crashed out right here because we did not have enough balance. Again, for this strategy, you need to have whatever start wager you're using. So since I was using 5 cents, I should have had 500 in the balance. I just thought, you know, sometimes it's very rare that it does this kind of big dip right here. So I thought, well, we might get lucky, but unfortunately we're not getting lucky because that's what happens when I turn on the camera, which is okay. So what we'll do for right now, because we are trying to play it safe, we're actually going to decrease instead of having to increase right now is what I should be doing. I'm only going to decrease just to be smart with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll decrease again. 1, 2. Win, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4. Increase. 1. Oh shoot, guys, I messed up. Sorry, I got carried away. We're supposed to decrease. Oops. So we're supposed to be at 80 cents. All right, so we decrease again. 2, 3. All right, win, so we increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, I'm going to speed this portion up really quick just till I recover, just so I'm not making mistakes, because I'm trying to talk and explain what I'm doing, and because of that, I'm making mistakes on my wagering. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit just so we kind of rush through it, and then I'll get back to you guys when we recover, if we recover. But yeah, let's just keep going. So. Alrighty guys, so we're back. As you guys can see, we recovered from that drop. We actually did almost make 20% of our balance. We started with 250. We should have ended at 300, but I'm going to call it here just because we had this crazy roller coaster here. I will come back to this strategy. I'll do another video this week on it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe so you can see when I post that, but I'll do it with the appropriate balance just so you guys can see how it actually works with the appropriate balance in a divider of 10,000. I hope you guys get the concept of it. I tried to explain best I can. I know I'm rambling a lot. Somebody even commented that in one of the last videos that I'm rambling a lot, but I just want to make sure you guys really understand what's going on. Anyways, thanks again so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was fun. It didn't go exactly as planned, but kind of it did at the end. We actually ended up making almost 20% profit. But like I say, if it gets a little crazy for you, sometimes just call it, come back later. And it did get a little crazy. And like I said, I'm not playing with the appropriate balance. And so for the sake of this video, I'm actually going to call it there just because I realized that, you know, maybe I should be doing the appropriate balance, because like I said, you should be dividing for this strategy your base wager by 10,000. That is how much your balance should be. If you start with 1 cent, you should have a balance of $100 to do this strategy correctly and effectively. So you don't end up in a position like me where you're going back too many times and then just messing up your chances of getting those big hits. Thanks again so much for watching. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see, and also follow the Discord in the description and let me know what you guys want to see. And it's a little more personal there. Once we build a community there, we'll start doing giveaways and on there. But also I want to let you guys know that if you're new to Stake, don't forget to sign up. Like I said in the beginning of the video, claim your free 25 Stake cash and 250,000 gold coins in your email within the first 24 hours after you sign up. That also unlocks all the VIP bonuses as daily, weekly, and monthly bonuses for you as well if you use that code, which you could just pile those up and cash those out right away. That is the nice thing about stake.us compared to anything else. There's no thresholds on whether you have to hold the bonuses in there or whatever. You can cash bonuses out right away as long as they reach, like, I think it's like $40 or $45 altogether. You could cash it out right away. You don't even have to play. You could also accumulate those bonuses and hopefully make some more money on them. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's still fun to make, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Discord in the description. Peace out.